was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the guns bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome to Southeastern High School. This is the second home of the West Prairie Cyclones. Tonight's varsity contest will feature the visitors on the scoreboard, the Spartans from Bushnell-Prairie City, and the home team, the West Prairie Cyclones. At this time, let's meet the starting lineup for the Spartans. At one guard, number 11, Kendall McCleary. And another guard, number 14, Jersey Jones. At center, number 34, Justice Kleinitz. At a 4, number 30, Miley Chenoweth. And a 4, number 20, Jules Krebs. BBC is coached by Nate Saringer. Put your hands together for the starting lineup. A senior, number 2, Madeline Sullivan. And a sophomore, number 10, Josie Hodgins. And junior, number 15, Emily Alton. A sophomore, number 21, Peyton McGrew. Rounding out the starting 5 for West Prairie, a freshman, number 22, Olivia Barkley.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast here, and a special night, Kenny. Tonight we are at Southeastern to bring you Cyclones basketball. I know that seems a little sounds a little funny, but and to kind of honor the co-op here, one of the last home games of the season, they're going to have the Cyclones play here at Southeastern High School tonight. And a very, very nice gym. I always have loved this gym. Even when I didn't like Southeastern, I liked the gym.
Set for the tip. First time I get to see the BPC Spartans girls team this year, although I know most of them from the volleyball team anyway. And we'll get started with the Cyclones first off.
And the Spartans dropping into a 1-2-2, maybe 3-2, depending on what way you want to call it. Sullivan on the dribble right now, looking underneath at McGrew. Had her for a second. And, of course, Peyton McGrew has some Bushnell roots. You see her dad at Ryden Farm Supply, one of our very fine sponsors. Josie Hodges on the bounce with it now. Passes up to Barkley, down to Sullivan. 3 on the way, a little short. And the rebound snapped out of there, bounced up to Jones. And Jersey Jones, not the Marvel star Jessica Jones, but Jersey Jones with it now. Gives the pass out, working it over for McCleary. McCleary, they'll try to get underneath, and a nice job driving underneath there. And then we've got a foul. Pick a Cyclone as Miley Chenoweth. And you can see Bushnell giving up a lot of size. I mean, West Prairie's not one of your taller teams. They have a good average size. But that always makes it a little more difficult. And I always say you can't teach tall. Chenoweth first one is good. And so the Spartans jump on the scoreboard first. And they'll set for number 2. Second one's up and good. Chenoweth knocks home a pair, and so the Cyclones will come down 2. And again, this 3-2 zone put on here by BPC. They're looking for the skip pass to Barkley. Barkley 17-footer short, and the rebound snapped up again by BPC. They'll stomp it up there as Kreps kind of stopped. Now works it across half court. Jones back to Kreps, giving a look in the lane, swinging down for Kleindens into Chenoweth, and she travels. I think kind of stepped on a couple Cyclone feet.
Mm-hmm. You know, not really having the height, but still being able to work it in twice so far inside to Chenoweth. Really trying to get it inside as that's going to be up for 3, and it's good.
I'd just call it the dreaded long 2.
Oh.
And now the Cyclones will pressure here. Spartans work it into McCleary. McCleary bursting up the far side, trapped up there, and that's one of the things you cannot do. Can't pick up your dribble. Stolen away there. Sullivan will challenge, goes in, won't get it to go, and the Spartans rebound. They have blocked out very well so far, and now McCleary pulls it up to Chenoweth. Chenoweth, couple of bounces, loops it out of there for Jones. Fouled. So the Cyclones with 2 personals already in this first quarter. 2-2 tie. And again, glad you're alongside TSSR Game Time Live. They work it in. Up on that one for McCleary. McCleary back in the corner. Shot on the way. Hit off the top of the backboard. And the Cyclones have it. Dangerous pass up to Sullivan. As Kreps had a finger in there. Now Sullivan puts it on the way. Shot no good. And another rebound by the Spartans.
Not getting the shots to fall, as that's going to be another turnover back to the Cyclones. But like you said, you know, it all kind of comes down to that height differential. If you're going to be able to play with a lower height, you're going to have to box out efficiently and get those opportunities. As another miss.
Sullivan gets it back, puts it up.
There we go.
16-footer for a 4-2 Cyclone lead. And again, they'll apply pressure, getting it into Jones. Jones will wheel on Barkley. And she'll just kind of slowly pick her way up the court. Bounces out for Kreps. Kreps across half court. Over to Jones. Breaks away from Barkley. Down to Chenoweth. Chenoweth's going to challenge McGrew. And a scrum for it underneath. Tying it up there was Kleindens and Hodges. Josie, or as I called her, JoJo. And they'll bring it in bounds. BPC bringing it in into McCleary. Went to shoot it. Sullivan with a block, but tied up from behind by Kleindens. And I tell you, I love the Spartans' feistiness so far. This has been great.
They're always going to play hard. You know, you see it a lot down low. They don't have the numbers compared to West Prairie Southeastern. So they're really going to have to play a long time. Going to probably be switching in and out soon here. That's going to be a 3. That time it goes for 3 for Madeline Sullivan.
And an LB Sports Corner 3.
Yeah, Ron LB Auto Sports.
Ron LB Auto Corner. Ron LB Auto Sales, and we've got a timeout call by Coach Zeringer. He'll talk it over. So will we. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
The MDH Community Pharmacy in Macomb is open 7 days a week, including extended hours on the weekdays for your convenience. Our team is available to answer questions about all your medications, and we offer free local home deliveries. Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Medicare, and most insurance plans are accepted. McDonough District Hospital, your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
And we are back here as the Spartans talking things over, 7-2. And I'm sure one of the things Coach Zeringer saying, hey, let's get out on the shooters. Don't let them get rolling. Cyclones man on man. As Jones has it, and will put it on the bounce. Looking to come. Now wheels back to the far side. Comes over for Kreps. Down in the corner. They're working for Kleindens. Working on McGrew. McGrew chases her to the baseline. And they try to go in the lane out for Chenoweth. She'll put up the shot. No good. And the rebound, Sullivan down with it. Sullivan on the dribble drive. Loops it up. And a steal out of there. And McGrew going to commit the personal foul on the bump. As McCleary, nice job picking that one off.
That'll be her first, team third. Here with 4:22 remaining here in the first.
Inbounds to McCleary. McCleary will work it up now on Sullivan. Bursts to the near side, going to wheel down. Backing on out of there, and they'll run some offense. Bouncing over to Jones, holds it above her head, looks in at Chenoweth. Declined Dinst. Top there, they'll fake, wait, spin, and nearly stolen by Barkley. Jones able to gather it back. Out top, shot it on the way, and a Sports Corner 3 dropped in out top by Kreps. And it makes it 7-5, 2-point lead here for the Cyclones. And again, Bushnell doing a good job finding the open shot.
2-4, Peyton on the comeback.
And McGrew going to drop one in. We got a sub in, Kara Stevens. One of the Southeastern ladies coming to the lineup.
Cyclone's going to run a little bit of pressure here. There we go.
And they'll bring it inbounds. Spartans wheeling into Kleindens. She'll put it on the floor. Try to dribble it away from McGrew. He walks it across the timeline, bounces it back out for Kreps. Matched up on Stevens. Near steal by Sullivan. And down they bring it down for Kleindens. Out to McCleary. She'll put up the shot. High off the glass. I thought it was going to stick. Did not. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll go to the Cyclones.
It was a nice look, just didn't end up going in. But at the same time, if you get those looks, you got to take it.
Yep. That was a wide open look. Good pass out by Kleindens. As the Cyclones go back to work. Now got a good high-low set. Stevens with it. Nearly has it is taken away. Now bounces it back out to Hodges. She'll put up the 17-footer. No good. Stevens aboard. And I believe, nice job. Kleindens tapping it off of Stevens' leg. And it'll be BPC basketball. Back over to Kreps. She'll work it up on Stevens. Stevens a near steal. Now in trouble, loops it up for Kleindens. And I'll tell you, those are ones that would drive a coach nuts. You got somebody stopped and you let them out of it. As Jones goes back to work here, she has McGrew up top. Over to Kreps, down, swing it in for Kleindens, working on Barkley. Up to Jones. Jones looks for the drive on the far side. Now wheeled around here. 2:40 left to go here in this first quarter play. They lob it cross court. Kreps driving down, puts it up, but she'll go to the foul line.
Looks like they'll have Stevens with the foul.
And a nice job attacking off that reversal of the ball. And we got a really good crowd filing in here tonight. Free throws up and good. So cuts it down to a 9-6 lead.
This game brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in McDonough County area. Stop in, stop for, oh gosh. I start to read out loud like I have all day at school, and of course I can't do it anymore. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time live presented by MDH Events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans/Cyclones on to victory. I can say both for today. Also brought to you by McDonough District Hospital, McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers, and the MDH Rehabilitation Center, locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to area student-athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
it's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
And another possession here for the Cyclones, 9-7. Close game here so far, 2.5 and rolling here in the first quarter, and a steal by McCleary off Barkley. She'll challenge all the way in, lay it up and in, and we're tied. Barkley going to push it quickly back the other way. Holds it out top end to Stevens. Stevens out to Sullivan, and ring it up for Madeline Sullivan, a Ron Elby Auto Sales 3, and it's 12-9. Sullivan struggled a little bit over the last 2 or 3 games. Doing a nice job there. Barkley with the steal. Got a 3-on-2. Right through the middle. Up and in. Missed it. Stevens says, got your back, partner. Puts it up and in and good. And it's 14-9. And that is the key element that she adds. Stevens with a steal and be fouled. I think Kenny was going the same place I was. You compound the problem.
Mm-hmm. That'll be a foul charge to number 30, Chenoweth. I do believe, 20, Jules Krebs.
And now Hodges will trigger in underneath the basket. Bouncing into Stevens. She'll go up and get a foul on Chenoweth. And Kara Stevens will step up to the free throw line. And the Cyclones try to open this up a little bit more here. Minute 42 left to go in this first quarter. Free throw on the way. It is no good. Emily Martin will check in. She'll replace Josie Hodges for the Cyclones. And Stevens will try to push it up to a 6-point lead, which would be the Cyclones' largest. Second one, no good. Rebound, Sullivan climbing high for it.
Oh, she'll get fouled.
Thought maybe they might get the tie-up on that. I think it was Kleindon reaching in there. I thought they might give her the tie-up, but Sullivan will be back at the free throw line to shoot 2.
I couldn't quite see from this angle exactly where they had it. Probably had closer towards the hands area instead of the full ball. As the first one will not be able to fall.
And Sullivan misses out. Now, that's the difficulty of playing. I know you do it when you go to another gym, but this is kind of quote-unquote home gym. But one of the few times they've shot in here. Another 0 for 2 from the line for the Cyclones. Jones with it now after getting the rebound from Krebs. Back to Krebs. She'll hold. Swing to Chenoweth. Chenoweth looking in, going back up top. And Jones dribble as Sullivan was coming. Drew it back. Come to McCleary. McCleary puts it on the bounce. We'll wheel back, looking up top. Spartans doing a nice job working it very patiently here. Down to Chenoweth in the corner. Up top. Tried to get it inside. That one nearly stolen away. Chenoweth gets it back. Krebs dribbles in. Shot on the way. No good. And the rebound, McGrew down with it.
Chenoweth, after grabbing that ball, should have turned around and drove. There was nobody down there.
And Peyton McGrew takes it up, misses it. Stevens has it. She hits the underside of the rim.
And they'll say it's off of Kleindon. Stays with the Cyclones.
And those are opportunities. Boy, you just can't miss those. Because the postseason's coming, and those are ones you got to have. Martin looking inbound, looking. Finally into Stevens. Loops it out to Barkley. Barkley drives down, out to Stevens. Stevens wheels in. Passes cross court to Martin. She'll put up the 3, no good. And the rebound, McGrew. Out to Sullivan. She'll try it. And that was an odd.
It looked like it just got stuck and then fell right in.
17-9. Cyclones lead it here. 25 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Krebs up with it. Has it tapped away by Sullivan, and Kleindon actually swatted it. Sullivan tried to poke it and tapped it out of bounds.
All right, whatever works to get the ball back for BPC.
Yep, down by 8 here. Chance to get a bucket to cut the lead down as Jones dribbles against Barkley. Switches direction right down the lane. Loops up the floater to Kleindon. She has it blocked by McGrew. And it'll be out of bounds to the Spartans with 7.3 seconds left.
So we'll see how they take it out of the underneath the basket area, baseline, exactly where you want to call it. trying to get it up high. They do, and it's going to be stolen away.
Liv Barkley with 3 seconds left puts it up, puts it in, and that'll be the end of the first quarter play. Cyclones by 10, 19-9 right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Slide it back to make room for whatever you're storing. Or pull it forward and use it as an additional full-depth shelf. Make room for ingredients of all sizes.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as we get set for the second quarter here at Southeastern. This game brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital, sports medicine and rehabilitation, provides patients of all ages with exceptional care in 4 convenient locations. Every patient receives one-on-one appointment times with a licensed staff member who develops a personalized recovery and treatment plan to turn your setback into a comeback. MDH, your community physical therapy partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time. And also brought to you by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2025. MTC Communications offers lightning fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Hancock, and Henderson County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability.
And Emily Martin on the rebound, stepping on the end line, so it'll be back to BPC as they try to slow down a Cyclone race since we were tied at 9. It's been a 10-0 run by the Cyclones as Chenoweth gets it into Krebs. Cross courts at McCleary, down to Chenoweth on the baseline. Holds, fakes, dribbles, and try to get it to Kleindens, I think, off her shoe. And that's a tough pass, cutting that baseline.
Exactly. Just hit a little bit too close. As it'll go back to the Cyclones. Looks like substitutions coming in for the Cyclones' next dead ball. Still have yet to see a Spartan sub out.
And that was a nice backdoor cut. McGrew picking up the rebound and the putback. Makes the 21-9, 7:20 mark here of this second quarter. We'll get lineups for you here. It is Krebs, Kleindens, Jones, McCleary, and Chenoweth on the floor for the Spartans. And at the throttle as Krebs bounces down for Kleindens on the far baseline. Couple of bounces up and comes to Jones. Jones wheels it out here. We'll get the Cyclone lineup when they go back on offense. And a nice thought, but couldn't get it to go through. Fight for it on the floor, and Barkley's on the run with it. Working on McCleary, has it poked away. Liv Barkley gets it back, shoots it, can't get it to go. Stevens working in there, and a nice block from behind by Kleindens. And now a scrum for it as Jones comes out of there with it. Kleindens doing a nice job picking it away from the taller Stevens. 3 is up and good. A sports corner 3 for Krebs. 21-12, first score in a long time for the Spartans, Kenny.
And you're seeing both teams really rushing around here. 21-12, 6:22 to go. Just trying to see if they'll slow down in this half-court set for the Cyclones, and they'll stay with the Cyclones.
Cyclones have on the floor coming on now Josie Hodges, joined by Madeline Sullivan, Peyton McGrew, Kara Stevens, and Liv Barkley. Or Olivia is her full name. Everybody knows her as Liv.
Scarlet Countryman back into the game for BPC. 3 up and can't get it to go off the front iron. Tipped up by the Spartans. Chenoweth able to come down with it. 6:05.
And the Spartans with a chance to chip away at this lead. Got it down to single digits. So they can chip some more. Looking into Chenoweth. Chenoweth back out to McCleary. Bouncing down to Countryman in the far corner. Holding and waiting. Nearly had it poked away by Peyton McGrew. Now dribbles baseline. And that pass stolen away by Sullivan. Looking up at Barkley. Barkley in the lane. Puts it up and in. Back out to double digits. 23-12. Inbounds to McCleary. And McCleary drives all the way in. Puts it up and in. Grant Bland wanting a call. Wanted an illegal screen. It was a nice block if it was football.
Yeah, get in the way of the person running in front.
There you go. We saw some of those last night. A nice tip away by
That's all we saw last night.
Yeah. Scarlet Countryman. A nice tip away. And Grant Bland going to talk things over. So will we. 23-14. Cyclones lead it here. 5:20 left in the second. Right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. Buffering means suffering, so kick slow Wi-Fi to the curb and connect your home to MTC's fiber internet to get blazing fast Wi-Fi speeds with up to 1 gig. Sign up online at mtcfiber.net. And also brought to you by Country Financial agent Brett Powell. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today.
Cyclones will bring it inbounds here. Box offensive set underneath the near side of the free throw lane. Looking at Barkley in the corner. Nope. Finally into Stevens. She'll take a dribble, put it up. Missed it. McGrew with the rebound, and then Chenoweth tied her up. And you tell the taller people when you're against a team that doesn't have the size like the Spartans, do not bring the ball down.
Mm-hmm.
And
just keep it up there, throw it up. It's not like you're going to lose any power. That's going to be blocked out. Stays with the Cyclones.
And I give a lot of credit to BPC. Low numbers, not very big. They have done a phenomenal job defensively so far tonight. Lob into McGrew. Dribbles down, goes up. Kleindienst with the foul.
It'll be her first of the quarter for either team.
And Peyton McGrew will step up to the free throw line here. 5:10 left to go here in this first half. 23-14 lead for the Cyclones. Free throw on the way. It is good. I believe that is the first one of the last 5 they've made.
Preps back into the game. This game brought to you by Ryden Farm Supply, located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974. Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. As they can't get the second, their LP service is unmatched in the area, and as a customer, they'll take care of you. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121.
Kreps back into the ball game, down to Countryman. She nearly has it swatted away again by McGrew, and then Sullivan says, I'll take that. And possession will stay here on the tie-up. As Kreps will trigger it in. Readies and holds, has it above her head, swings it in. Countryman lost it off her hand. And here comes Peyton McGrew up to Liv Barkley, puts it up and in. And I always tell this story, and I'm sure Peyton probably rolls her eyes when she hears it. First day of practice, her 7th grade year, she said she could not dribble the basketball. And there we are.
The 30-second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adams Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adams Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 26-14, 4:44 remaining here in this first half. We will have the JV contest, a little bit of a bridged running clock game later after this one.
Yep, and they've been playing that as a lot of teams around the area understand numbers been an issue, and that's all across the country. Kind of phenomenon that's going on.
These teams are lucking out, able to at least do a small game after a lot have just completely cut JV games entirely.
Exactly, and that's a hard thing for development. Barkley with a steal there, has Sullivan ahead, loops it up to her. Little bit too tall on that one.
And if it was a split second sooner on the cutback, might have been able to save it off the leg.
Kreps triggers into McCleary. 26-14, Cyclones here by 12. Cyclones, we'll announce this tonight. We will have extra bonus coverage for you coming up on Saturday. And McCleary committing what in the NBA would call the clear path foul. Sullivan and Broken Head, but we will have bonus coverage, first-round regional action from Colchester coming up this coming Saturday as the Cyclones take on Rushville Industry. Sullivan with it, thought the three, put it on the bounce, cross courts it for Hodges. She'll loop in, nice bounce to McGrew, up and good. A nice assist there. And they've upped it to doubled them up, 20-8 to 14. As the Spartans go back to work, Countryman in the far corner. Trying to hot potato it, finally gets into McCleary. She'll put it up, miss it. Stevens the board, and off to Sullivan, up to Barkley, in and up and good. And that's a good fast break, Kenny, when the ball doesn't hit the floor.
And I bet Barkley still likes that better than dribbling.
Yep.
3:16, 2 minutes left. It's sad when I can say 3:16 and I can't talk about how stone cold it is outside.
Exactly.
I'm losing all my puns. High off the glass, but can't get it to go. Back to Barkley.
And Liv Barkley now back to Sullivan. One bounce up and in. And the Cyclones starting to pull away, 32 to 14. And yeah, this might be a time you might want to stop things. And Coach Zeringer saying, whoa, I think we need to talk this over. Timeout on the floor. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I'm Lindsay Schaefer. I'm a physical therapist specializing in pelvic floor physical therapy here at McDonough District Hospital Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. Young women, a lot of them have pelvic pain. They don't realize that it's something that they don't have to live with anymore. It's very common for people to have urinary leakage. And I always say it's common, but it's not normal. It's not something you need to live with. I also focus on hip pain, back pain. It's all kind of connected. Any age really can benefit from it.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. This game brought to you by Community News Brief. For all of your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All this for only $42 per year, or $38 per year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. That's going to be stolen away back to BPC.
Mason Shipman into the game now for the Cyclones, one of their seniors. As Jones really pounding the rock up top to Krebs to Kleinden's. Shot on the way in, good. Rattles it home. Makes it 32 to 16. So come back the other way. Barkley will work it. High double post set. Looking to go to Shipman in the post. No. Now to Stevens. Stevens wheels. Back to Barkley. Over to Sullivan. Sullivan open three. Puts it up. Spits out of there. And Josie Hodges, the foul from behind. That'll be the first on the Cyclones in this quarter. 2:02 left to go here in the second quarter. Emily Martin will check in. Josie Hodges out. And now they're bringing in against heavy pressure. Into Kleindienst, she'll dribble it up. Split a double team. Picks it up, comes over to Krebs. Krebs waits and holds, and
might have gone away with the travel there, but they'll say maybe in the tie-up of everything.
May have been the extra foot or the it was kind of interesting. And now up at the free throw line will be Krebs to shoot three. Color in the Caterpillar, if you look at it in the scorebook. And free throws up, no good.
That'll be Shipman's first, team second.
Chenoweth will check back in here in just a moment. Second one on the way. Found a home.
This game brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation provides patients of all ages with exceptional care in 4 convenient locations. Learn more about physical and occupational therapy, vestibular rehabilitation, speech-language pathology, cardiac and pulmonary rehabilitation, dry needling, athletic training, and our newest offering, pelvic floor therapy at ndh.org. McDonough District Hospital, your community physical therapy partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time, as it'll be a foul charge to number 11, Kendall McCleary.
Stevens had it there and trying to reach in and snatch hold of a 32-18 lead. Minute 42 left to go here in the second quarter. Martin and Sullivan, and McCleary says thanks for the gumball, Mickey. Martin trying to chase her down, McCleary in, and a clean block. And they're going to say Kreps was on the line when she tried to save it in. It will be West Prairie basketball. Sullivan will bring it over to Barkley, and Liv Barkley will walk it up here. Over to Martin. Martin looking in at either Shipman or down to Shipman. Shipman driving in, puts it up, misses it. Stevens the rebound, and just Kleinden's raked it away from the back, and that's what you got to do. They bring it up to Countryman. Countryman in the lane, shot no good, and a foul on Martin. And the Cyclones had a little bit of reach-in issues tonight. That'll be the foul on Martin. That's the third on the team in this second quarter with just over a minute left to go. Or, as a good friend of mine used to say, 69 seconds left in the second quarter. Free throw number one's no good. Jones going to come back, replacing McCleary. McGrew in and Shipman out for West Prairie.
This game brought to you by Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone: pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101.
Great rebound by Kleindienst, the put up by Kreps makes it 32-20. Nice job there on the rebound as Sullivan works it now for the Cyclones. Again against this 3-2. Down into McGrew. McGrew spins out to Sullivan. She'll take a bounce. The step back three, no good. Just a little short.
And Spartans working up a run of their own after the 10-0 run from the Cyclones.
Countryman in the lane goes up. Nice job by Kara Stevens. Just go straight up on that one. Over to Martin. Martin going to dribble it up. Out to Barkley. Barkley will try the three. No good, and the rebound fought for. Stevens puts it up, puts it in, and good. 34-20, 17 seconds, clock rolling here. Spartans bring it into Jones. Jones dodges Sullivan. Comes up the near side, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Stevens down with it to Sullivan. Got plenty of time. Sullivan racing ahead on Kreps, and the foul called. And that's what you got to do, Kenny. You make the defender make a decision.
Might as well down there. You only have 2 fouls.
And now Madeline Sullivan will be up at the free throw line.
That's our cameraman, Peyton. Gets set to the play in the pep band, a little mixed pep band out there.
And it's a pretty awesome deal. They're combining everything here tonight. First one by Sullivan is good. Second one on the way, rolls out. Countryman able to snag it, and that's the end of the first half of play. 35-20, the lead for the Cyclones here at the half. You're listening and viewing on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
We're at halftime. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by McDonough District Hospital. Our guest, MDH President and Chief Executive Officer Bill Murdoch. Bill, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate being here.
If you're looking at your job and trying to summarize what it's like to be a CEO at a hospital in West Central Illinois, I think it was one word that keeps coming to mind is nonstop.
That is correct.
How would you describe your job just using nonstop?
Well, I think nonstop because we're daily facing a lot of challenges in healthcare right now. And not only here at MDH, but our competitors and everybody in the region is struggling with rural healthcare right now.
But not just locally, but also nationally, too, the challenges that I think we face as a small rural community hospital. There's a lot of similarities as far as the challenges that we would face, but also that others would face, that you really got to keep your attention focused on?
Yeah, absolutely. Not only are we watching what current regulations are going to affect, but we're trying to get out front of that and try to help shape some of that policy out there for our rural partners.
Now, we don't want to just say there's challenges, but I think we're also trying to be proactive too and trying to have a positive approach. Looking at recruiting, let's use that for an example. We've talked about before where you get whether it's a physician, a nurse practitioner, any staff member, clinical staff, get them here on campus. One of the positives, we think we can sell them and know we can sell them on culture here at MDH.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Once we get them here to MDH, they take a walk around the campus, they visit with a lot of our staff. Even community members are a big advocate for MDH. So yes, culture is a big thing for potential candidates that come in and take a look at us.
When you're talking recruitment too, and it's not just your staff members who are out of college, done with their education, who are having to start earlier and earlier in that process, even going down to the high school, just to educate students to show, hey, there's a lot of really good jobs available in healthcare right now.
Right. Yeah. Not only are we trying to recruit for today to fill a lot of vacancies, but we're going deep, like you say, into the school system to recruit the next generation of caregivers for our local hospital.
Well, just as a reminder for our viewers, when you're looking at the staff members and those who have medical privileges at MDH, start with Dr. Tim Biagini. Dr. Biagini is born and raised in Macomb. You got Dr. Michael Waters, representing Fulton County, VIT area. You've got Dr. Olivia White, Warsaw and Hancock County. Mm-hmm. But you also have Dr. Mary Kathleen Lockard, Bushnell-Prairie City and McDonough County.
Yeah, excellent physicians and providers. They do a great job for us here at MDH, and like you say, they're homegrown. They are very passionate and compassionate with all of our patients to make sure they get the best possible patient care here at MDH.
And those are just a few of the staff members. I know we have more with ties, not just in McDonough County, but surrounding West Central Illinois region. They can also help to sell about the quality of life here in West Central Illinois, because I really think that you get somebody coming from out of state and they're like, do we really want to live in a rural area? They come here, they experience Macomb, and they know this is a place where I would want to move and help raise a family.
Yeah, and what we've started recently too, not only am I the primary recruiter, but also we've got a group of physicians, and the group of physicians that you mentioned too, Pat, they do a wonderful job selling that candidate on our healthcare that we have here. They just do a great job, and it makes my job so much more easier having them on board.
All right, let's stay talking about recruiting. Or any updates that you can share?
Yeah, we partnered with Carthage Hospital to recruit a orthopedic surgeon here, and he's coming sometime after the first part of the year. But that's kind of, we find out there's a lot of synergies if we work together and try to do those recruitment, and it looks appealing to the providers that are taking a look at us. So we're excited about that, and hopefully that partnership will continue on as we move forward.
And in orthopedic as well, we got another one coming on board following residency in 2027.
We do. Yep. We have Dr. Mitchell Parker is coming in 2027. Just spoke with him last week. He's super excited to get started here. He's got a lot of great ideas. I think he's just going to knock it out of the park here for us.
What are some other area of needs that you see the hospital when it comes to the recruitment?
Oh, we have a lot of needs, really, Pat. And, our primary focus is probably family practice, and then we do orthopedics after that. Orthopedics been a big void for us for some time. We're also trying to recruit another obese provider as well. So we got a lot we're working on right now.
A lot on the plate. Let's change gears a little bit, Bill. Let's talk about artificial intelligence. A lot that's been in the news, and I know something that you're really keeping a big focus on and reading the latest national news. How has AI, and even though we're only using it just a little bit right now, how has AI helped MDH?
Yeah, yes, that's a very good question. AI has been very positive for MDH, and we're not looking at it as a replacement tool for the workforce. We're looking at it for a workflow, work process improvement, becoming more efficient. And And the providers, they really love that technology. It helps them document better. We're using it heavily on the revenue cycle side because the insurance payers are using AI to deny claims, slow up claims, or just reject them altogether. So we're using AI on the front side to battle the big insurance carriers. So it's been very advantageous for us to implement AI, and I think we'll be very bullish on it going forward too. We're seeing a lot of other great products that are coming out. It is expensive, but there's also a lot of efficiencies that we pick up as well.
Even though you talk about the cost of it, if it can help with the operations side and pay for itself, essentially, that's something you really got to take a look at.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer if it pays for itself, and it's usually the payback's pretty reasonable. Time-wise to do that, so why not do it and just get more efficient at what you do.
Looking at the organization overall, if you are out in the community, and you do a lot out in the community, meeting with businesses, meeting with organizations and people, what are about 4 to 5 strengths that you see MDH being a leader in healthcare throughout West Central Illinois?
Oh, goodness, yeah, of course OB pops right to the top, right? So we're really the only OB provider within a 60-mile radius, and we want those babies to be born here. We have Dr. Tim Biagini, as you mentioned earlier, just a great resource, a gastro guy that does a lot of colonoscopies here in the community. Dr. Locker, and we got Dr. Segura too. She's another young provider here for us that does a great job with pediatrics. Of course, Locker's with pediatrics as well. Olivia White, she's an up-and-comer general surgeon that is just now getting her feet underneath her, and will do a great job for our patients. And
I would also throw in there, too, a lot of our specialty departments as well. I mean, with Dr. Sparks in ear, nose, and throat.
Yes.
We've got sports med and rehab, the community pharmacy, which opened in January of 2025, which really helped make 2025 an eventful year, but also a very busy year for everybody in the organization. Those are just a few of the other great supporting departments that help make the organization what it is.
Yeah, that's a great point, too. And then also add on to that, we got a new CT scanner, our second, so we have redundancy there. And then we also got the mammo machine that just came online here a few months ago that was supported by the hospital foundation. And then we have a DEXA scanner as well. So we have a lot of new great technology here, right here locally, that our patients can receive without going other places to get that care.
And another thing that you've really emphasized a lot, we're the ones that are here for the patients 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year.
That you're absolutely right. We're providing critical care to everybody 24/7, 365 days a year. When our competitors are closed, we are here to take care of their patients for them.
All right, before we close out, I got to ask you one final question, and we have to ask this, I think, every time that we have an interview with you. How's your hunting been?
I really enjoyed the hunting, but my aim has really been off the charts terrible. So, and that's pretty much par for me. It makes for great stories, and my lies get even bigger when when I miss a lot too. So, yeah, no, it just got back from a pheasant hunt, had a great time out there. It was cold, but just a great group of guys that we go with out there, and just a lot of camaraderie that we really enjoy out there.
Well, good luck during the rest of the hunting season. We want to hear some more stories.
Yeah, about the time my aim gets better, then the season's over. So that's the way it goes every year.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Bill, thanks for joining us at halftime.
Thanks for having me.
Second half action returns after this timeout. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. They decided they'd have a shorter halftime. I apologize, as it's missed about 19 seconds worth of game.
And Chenoweth throwing the 7-foot pass to the about 5'5" girl. That's doesn't always work that way. As Liv Barkley, Madeline Sullivan, Kara Stevens, Josie Hodges, and Peyton McGrew on the court for West Prairie, or West Prairie Southeastern.
Looking at their halftime scores, Sullivan has 14, 2 for Hodges, 7 for Peyton McGrew, 8 for Barkley, and 4 for Stevens. That'll be a jump ball back to the Cyclones.
Cyclones trying to ratchet it up just a little bit here. And now we'll get the BPC lineup as we catch him here with the basketball. Jules Krebs having it batted back out of bounds. She is joined by Kendall McCleary, also by Jersey Jones, Justice Kleindienst, and Miley Chenoweth.
Kendall McCleary with 4, Krebs with 10, 2 for Chenoweth, and 2 for Kleindienst.
Hodges brings it inbounds into McGrew. McGrew puts it up. Can't get it to go. Kleindienst pulls it out of there. And Jones going to get it. 15-point lead here for the Cyclones, 35-20, down to the 7-minute mark of this third quarter. McGrew and Kleindienst working it out here, out to Krebs. She'll put up the 3. Got it! Ron Elby Auto Sales 3, 35-23. Lead down to 12 for the Cyclones as Sullivan brings it over the timeline. Fires it out for Hodges. Looking at him, McGrew now gets it to her. Kleindienst says, no, you don't. And Jones just couldn't corral it. And I tell you what, something I hate to give my older brother credit, but I'll give him that. One of the things Cyclones right now struggling a little bit, they're having the ball right at their waist, and the BPC Spartans doing a great job reaching in and poking it away. Sullivan trying to wheel to the far side, pulls it out there, swings it to Barkley. Barkley on the bounce, up to Sullivan. Sullivan looking to Barkley. Liv Barkley spots it up. Ring it up. A sports corner 3 for Liv Barkley. And ups it to 38-23, 15-point lead. McCleary trying to challenge Sullivan and Stevens in the backcourt, up to Krebs. And she'll hold on to it. Tried to bounce it for Chenoweth. Barkley with a steal. Barkley pushing McCleary. Drives in, goes up. Can't get it to go. And the rebound, Jones down with it. Jones back the other way. They're bouncing up to Kleindienst, working on McGrew. Watching McCleary cut through, hits her, goes up with it, and Sullivan whistled for the foul. That's one of those you tell them, young lady, go straight up. You got a size advantage, just go straight up. That's all you need. So that's going to put McCleary at the free throw line.
Her second, team first.
And that one hit in the front of the rim, no good. And we will have an abbreviated JV game after it. I believe a 15 to 20 minute running half. And second one is good. Puts it up and in, 38-24. And now back the other way comes Liv Barkley. Barkley works it out to Sullivan. Back to Barkley. Barkley down in the corner to Hodges on the near side. Watching Stevens and McGrew come to her. Up to Barkley. Barkley back for Hodges. We work down to 5.5. Left to go in the third. Bouncing up for Barkley again. Loops it into Stevens. Down for Sullivan in the corner. 3 is up and good. Sports corner 3 dropping home for Madeline Sullivan. And BPC will work back the other way. Kleindienst up to Krebs. Krebs dribbling on McGrew. McGrew doing a nice job cutting her off over to Chenoweth. Out to Jones. Jones up off the backboard. No good. Got her on rebound. Put it up and gets the foul. So makes it 41-24.
There we go.
41-24, 5:10 left to go here in this third quarter play. Free throw rolls out. And I see the young guy brings all kinds of chocolate up here, and he doesn't share with the old fat guys.
This game brought to you by M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish a new home or replenish an old one, stop in and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street. And find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mbfurniturinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111.
Steal and score by Madeline Sullivan puts it up to 19, 43-24. As Chenoweth will bring it inbounds. McGrew tapped it out. Looks. Chenoweth waiting, holding, coming in to Krebs. Krebs wheeling, bounces in. Nice job bouncing into Kleindienst. They've had some really nice plays here in this ball game. That one a good one. 4:45 clock rolling, third quarter, 43-26. Cyclones lead down to McGrew. McGrew out to Hodges. In the lane, dangerous pass. Stevens able to get it, and Kleindienst says no.
Might as well get your money's worth if you know it's going to be a foul.
And Stevens will be up at the free throw line to shoot a pair.
It is her third, team first.
Scarlet Countryman will check in just a moment. As they settle in, Stevens at the free throw line. Up and good. Makes the first.
This game brought to you by Ron Ilby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. And with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Ilby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris. Or visit www.ronilby.com to check out their inventory.
Countryman into the game, grabs a rebound. And the Spartans will go back the other way. 18 is the lead, 44-26. Tried to get it to Jones. Chenoweth able to recover. In the lane for Jones, drives on McGrew, puts it up, no good. Stevens with the rebound and works it out of there. Hodges going to push it up. Looking to drive lane, kicks out to Barkley. Spots for the three, no good. McGrew the rebound, out to Sullivan. Spots, shoots, nope. And Stevens the rebound, will put it up and put it in. 46-26, 20 the lead. We go under 4 minutes left in this third quarter. As they work it up to Krebs. Out top now, she'll swing on Stevens. In the lane for Countryman, and McGrew commits the foul over the top.
Her second, team third.
Emily Martin will check in for the Cyclones. She'll replace Josie Hodges. And now Chenoweth will look to bring it into McCleary. McCleary works on McGrew. And slips right around her, puts it up, can't get it to go. Had a bad roll on that, and out of there comes Liv Barkley. Barkley down the lane, fakes, kick out to Sullivan. Three is up, bring it up for Madeline Sullivan. A Sports Corner three, and it's 49-26. Coach Zeringer says we'll talk it over, so will we. 3:28 left to go in the third, 49-26. Cyclones here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
Slide it back to make room for whatever you're storing. Or pull it forward and use it as an additional full-depth shelf. Make room for ingredients of all sizes.
It's hard to stop a train.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Kenny and I discussing old man things. I know that more than he does.
Well, it's like you, as soon as I get back into a workout rhythm that I like, I get sick for almost 2 straight weeks. And then I had to work on fundraiser stuff pretty much every night for 2 straight weeks.
Yep, I know you were working on that the other night when we were together, and that one, the Spartans and Jones getting up a little slow there.
Looks like she might have a cramp, maybe left side of leg. We'll take a quick break and be back.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Welcome back here as the Cyclones work it up, and Jones able to be helped off there. 49-26. Of course, best wishes are with her there. It's getting late in the season. You always hate to see anybody pick up an injury. As McCleary will bring it up against Sullivan. Wheels, bounces to Krebs. Krebs comes down in the corner to Kleindens. Dribbling on McGrew. And gets it. It's stolen by Barkley. Out to Sullivan. She'll go 1-on-2. And didn't take a great angle on that one.
Going to be tipped out by the Spartans on the rebound and back to the Cyclones underneath.
And Grant Bland will take it.
Coach Bland. So this game's brought to you by Adams Experts. Looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair services? Call Adams Experts in Quincy at 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable assistance. We make technology work. That's Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down. And brought to you by Mud Insurance Group. This coverage of Southeastern, well, it should be West Prairie Southeastern Cyclone Sports, is brought to you by Mud Insurance Group and Grinnell Mutual. Contact Mud Insurance for all of your home, auto, farm, commercial, life, health, and Medicare insurance needs. And live life knowing you're covered. And finally, brought to you by Western Illinois University. Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential, become a Leatherneck, and get an education that stands out.
Just say, oh, y'all, Kenny. What it would be about, well, sort of in a way, if you figure it, about 2/3 of our coverage area with BPC, with the Cyclones and Southeastern.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere around here.
So just all y'all.
Oh.
And the Cyclones will bring it in here after that one was tapped out of bounds. I believe Kleinden's tipped it away over the top of Emily Martin. And now they'll trigger it in. Martin looking in for McGrew. Nope. Had her a moment. Now brings it in. Kleinden's picks it out of there. And she'll come back the other way. Stopped by Barkley. Whips it over to Chenoweth. A fake and tries to go in the lane out to McCleary. And that's one of the things they'll miss with Jones out, Kenny, is ball handling.
That's going to be stolen away by the Cyclones.
Sullivan out on the outside. 3 on the way. Won't stick. Stevens down with the rebound. They fight for it inside. And we've got a jump ball.
We'll stay with the Cyclones with 2:20 to go in the third.
Got to admire the scrappiness of the Spartans here tonight. 49-26 lead here. Into Barkley. Barkley on the far side baseline. Puts it on the bounce. Peyton McGrew doing a bunch of jumping jacks in there. She was open. Now they bring it into her. Spin, shoot, shot. And they're going to say it went out off of BPC. 2:08 left to go here in the third. Wheel around out to Barkley. Barkley working on Krebs. Spartans will break into a man-on-man. Stevens pushing Countryman almost up to the free throw line. Wanting the lob. Couldn't get it. To Martin, up to Stevens. Stevens waiting, holding over to Sullivan. Sullivan gets a screen. Now they bring it into Stevens. Out to Barkley. Barkley, extra pass. To Martin, up to Sullivan. Martin had that shot there. To Barkley. Working around her. 1.5 left to go here. 49-26. Stevens a bounce. Cut off there out to Barkley. Barkley sets up high 1-4 set. Bounces to McGrew. Finds a backdoor cut to Sullivan. Up and in and good. Nice backdoor cut off that. 51-26. Into Kleindens. She'll work on Barkley. Picks it up. Comes out to McCleary. McCleary driving in the lane. Goes to put it up. And the late whistle.
See how they charge that too.
Stevens picks up the personal. Kind of the drive-by foul. And McCleary at the free throw line. First one's up and in and good. 51-27. Ready's the second one. Second one's on the way, no good. And now fight for it in a tie-up. It'll stay with the Spartans.
You know, I had to investigate.
Okay.
Subbing for all these junior high kids, at one point I had to look over and go, hey guys, is this some type of TikTok thing? I've heard people yelling it for every free throw around Southeastern and West Central. And it is indeed a TikTok thing.
Yep, that's my man. They yell it out.
Of course, when you hear a substitute teacher start talking about something you saw online, these kids look at you like, what's
What?
an old man like you? You're 25. How does an old man know anything about TikTok?
Actually, that's one of the ways I will say that as McGrew gets one, puts it up a little short, goes up again, can't get it. I believe got bopped in the face. One of the best ways to make the kids quit those trends is to start doing it back to them. And as old as I am, they go, nope. Stevens with a steal dribbling up. Countryman bump, and then McGrew missed it. Kleinden's the rebound. So out of all that, we come back the other way. Kleinden's out top, throws it up. And she and Martin colliding.
Looks like she landed straight on her side of her head.
Either that or might have caught an elbow in the ear. Emily Martin will check out. Inbounds to Chenoweth. 17 seconds left to go in this third quarter. As Hodges on her, throws it in the general direction of McCleary, who had moved, and that'll turn it back over to the Cyclones.
Ten seconds to work with now here in the third.
And plenty of time to work as Barkley dribbles out, gets it for Sullivan. Wide open three, short. And the rebound out to McCleary. That's the end of the third quarter play. 51-27. Lead for the Cyclones right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
The MDH Community Pharmacy in Macomb is open 7 days a week, including extended hours on the weekdays for your convenience. Our team is available to answer questions about all your medications, and we offer free local home deliveries. Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Medicare, and most insurance plans are accepted. McDonough District Hospital, your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
It's hard to stop a train.
Slide it back to make room for whatever you're storing. Or pull it forward and use it as an additional full-depth shelf. Make room for ingredients of all sizes.
And go ahead, Kenny.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 4 quarters down, 51-27 as it's stolen away back to the Cyclones.
Barkley trying to get it out of there as it tapped away by Countryman. And McCleary going to bring it out there. It is McCleary, Kleindienst, Cripps, Countryman, and Chenoweth. Get the Cyclone lineup for you in a moment as Kleindienst brings it out for McCleary, swinging the pass. Up for Chenoweth, takes a bounce and gives to Cripps. In the lane, Kleindienst puts it up. And McGrew commits the foul. Actually, it's Hodges with the foul on the reach-in.
That'll be her second, team first of the fourth.
Oh, and they're taking a water break. It has water on the floor. That kind of water break. For the Cyclones, it is Sullivan, Hodges, also McGrew, Stevens, and Barkley. And again, coming up tomorrow night, it'll be Cyclone Boys in action as we'll have them coming up tomorrow night. Then Thursday, senior night for the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones at Colchester. And Saturday, special bonus coverage. First round regional action, the Cyclone ladies as 1A and 2A regionals getting underway. And that'll be happening at Colchester at 6 o'clock. So join us for all the action. And I never say we're going to have JV and varsity both with a lot of these games because you just never know.
Sometimes you just show up and they go, hey, varsity starts, and we're going to start at 5:30.
Yep. I do know Saturday there's one and one only. That is a regional game. So come join us on TSSR Game Time. William and I will be in the gym. And I guess barring some magic happening, be my last game of the season.
Mm-hmm. I have one scheduled for the 20th, I believe, a makeup game that they just never found a spot for. I believe that is a Macomb High School game. 7:29. Floor is properly cleaned and set for the free throws.
Kleinden's tit that one off the heel of the rim. 51-27 lead now. 7:29 mark here of this fourth quarter. Free throw on the way. No good in the rebound. Barkley able to extricate herself. And they'll bring it back the other way. Cyclones set it up here. High 1-4 set. Hodges holds out top. Gets a screen from Stevens. Stevens in the lane. Nearly lost. Is surrounded by everybody. Sullivan shot no good. Rebound tipped around. Chenoweth out of there with it. Up to Countryman. Over for McCleary. McCleary picked up her dribble. Needs some help. Comes to Chenoweth. As they go back to work here. Trying to chip a little bit off of this. Out for McCleary. McCleary waits, holds, spins, comes into Countryman. Tried to throw it down for Crepes, who roundaboutly got it. Now Stevens has it. Swings out of there, and here comes Barkley. Barkley, 1-on-2. Lost the handle on it. Lost it out of bounds. And that's one of those, you tell a kid they're coming up, you're 1-on-2. If you don't have a clear lane, either shoot the jumper or pull it out. Because you can't mow people over. You pull it out and work it. And now Chenoweth with it. Fakes. Works it toward the near side. Nearly lost the handle. Gathered it back in. Tried to get it in. Nice job by Stevens. Tap it away. But recovered by Chenoweth. Down to Krebs in the corner. She'll dribble. Put up shot. Blocked by Stevens. Kleindens, though, snuck underneath McGrew. Nice play. 51-29.
Able to find some order and chaos throughout the past couple of go-rounds between the two teams. Probably need to slow it down, work your shot as that goes up, and it'll be a 2.
As McGrew for 2, or tried for 2.
It'll be Chenoweth with the foul. Her second, team first.
McGrew set herself at the free throw line. Up and on the way, a little bit short.
Looking down at fouls, Kendall McCleary has 2. 2 for Krebs, 2 for Chenoweth, 3 for Kleinens. And for Westbury Southeastern, Sullivan with 2, Hodges with 2, Shipman with 1, Martin with 1, Barkley with 1, 2 for Stevens, 2 for McGrew, as that one falls.
Makes it 52-29. Here will come McCleary working it up. Goes toward the far side. Picked up her dribble, bounces for Krebs. Krebs down the lane, looking for a hole, puts it up, gets it to stick. Tough angle, but able to find a place. 52-31. Staying about the 21 to about 23-point lead. As Hodges works it out. Yeah, for Stevens. Stevens. Kleindent saying, dare ya. Barkley looks in at McGrew a second. Holds it, works it out here. 5:25. Clock rolling fourth quarter. Hodges lob it in for McGrew. Puts it up. Missed it. Stevens gets it. Has it tipped away, fight for it on the baseline, out to McGrew. Out to Barkley, over to Sullivan. That one just a little short. And Countryman out of there with it. To Kleindens, to McCleary.
After that really good second quarter, so far, all the three-point shots a little short overall. And you talked about the difference in, especially Jim, for a home game. Mm-hmm. That little all-blue back makes it a little bit harder to find exactly where that orange is.
It does with the video screen behind the basket there. Much different atmosphere to shoot in than the regular home gym. It's Chenoweth working here, coming to the near side. Barkley reaching it, coming into Krebs. Krebs gets away from Hodges, over to Kleindens, dribbling on McGrew. Tried to bounce it over, and off the foot, a kick on Stevens. So with 4:43 left, 52-31. Triggered in on a line offensive play, and Krebs dribbling on Barkley. Spins, wheels it out to Countryman. Over to Chenoweth. Chenoweth waits and holds a bounce, and then gives to McCleary. McCleary dribbling down, wheeling in the lane. Nice idea, couldn't get it to go. And McGrew down with the rebound, up to Barkley. Barkley Works it up here to Sullivan. Sullivan driving in, says, yep, I'll take the easy one this time. 54-31. McCleary now works. Comes across half court here. Wants to go near side. Try to get it out to Crepes. Is fighting for it, and we've got they're going to whistle Crepes for the foul as Sullivan had it.
That'll be her third, team second.
Barkley will bring it in. Into Sullivan. Sullivan across the timeline. And bounces to McGrew. McGrew over to Stevens. Stevens holds. Comes back to Sullivan. Over to Barkley. Barkley drives lane. Goes up. Shot no good. And the rebound Stevens has it. Had it. And then threw it off the stomach of McCleary, I believe. As I think she just kind of gave her the bump.
Sullivan will take it out underneath the basket. They'll kick it out to the corner.
And a line offensive player for the Cyclones. Stevens right to the corner, up to Barkley. Coming back to Sullivan. Sullivan 3 on the way. That one's short of the mark. And the rebound fought for, it'll be BPC basketball. Kind of a scrum for it.
Well,
back will come McCleary. McCleary walks it across half court now. Sullivan jumping at her, snapping at her heels, as it were. McCleary driving in. Barkley says, I'll take it. And now brings it up. Sullivan in the lane, goes up. Shot no good. Crepes with a nice defensive play. Back to Sullivan. She'll be fouled. And you got to take your hat off to these BPC ladies. Pretty much been on the floor the whole time in this one. Sullivan at the free throw line. 3:11 left to go here in this fourth quarter. And Sullivan can't get that one to go. These rims have been challenging.
Yeah. Shipman comes in to replace McGrew.
And Sullivan finally gets one to drop in. And now McCleary walks it up, works it up on Sullivan here, 55-31. As Kenny mentioned, Mason Shipman in the game now for West Prairie. Taking Peyton McGrew out. Madison McClure will come in here. And Peyton McGrew was out a week or so. Had a ankle injury. Now Josie Hodges will come out. Crepes looks it into Kleinens. Kleinens dribbling on Shipman, runs into Stevens. Shoots over her. Nice shot. Puts it in, 55-33.
Crepes, the BPC lead scorer, had the hot hand throughout most of this second half.
Shipman down on the baseline with it. Spins, far side, puts it up. And Shipman puts it in. 57-33. Teams exchanging baskets, having an explosion of offense. As they work it in, Lily Griffiths had it taken away. She pass up the court. Crepes with it to Griffiths. Dribbles down. Has to pull it up. Throws it away. Barkley with it. And Liv Barkley worked the other way. 2:20 and rolling here in the fourth quarter. Sullivan out on the far side with it. Dribbles in. Goes in. And ball out of bounds to West Prairie. Miley Chenoweth back in. Replaces Crepes for the for the Spartans. I knew I was going to do that. Into Stevens. Stevens out to Barkley. Coming back for Sullivan. Sullivan wheels it out. Lobs it in for Shipman. Puts it up. Puts it in and good. Mason Shipman with a couple of buckets off the bench. As we roll under 2 minutes left to go. And McCleary will dribble down and they're ready to kick it over to Chenoweth. Chenoweth wheeling around there. Gets picked from Griffiths, or a screen they call it now. And trying to make some room for in there. And Shipman going to give the foul on Kleindienst. Krebs will check back in here at the next dead ball. Free throw on the way. It is no good. Melody Ford will check in, replacing Stevens. And Countryman out as Krebs comes in. As the second one is up, no good. Rebound, Shipman had it. Now McClure picks it up, out to Shipman. Shipman will dribble it up here. Minute and a half left to go here in the ball game. Shipman up with it. Whips it out to McClure. Nearly has it picked away, and then fight for it. And the officials will say it'll stay with West Prairie. And I don't think the BPC coaching staff was in agreement.
Oh, well, Coach Zaringer decided to fight another day, another reason.
Yeah, that's one of those you kind of let it go. Barkley working out top with it, watching Sullivan come through. Sullivan 3 on the way, won't stick it. Shipman aboard, puts it up and puts it in. Shipman with 6 off the bench as we work down to a minute left, 61-33 lead here. McCleary drives in, and Sullivan will commit the personal. Have a couple substitutions. Josie Hodges and Eddie Stanberry will check in for the Cyclones. Liv Barkley and Madeline Sullivan will depart. Chenoweth looks, waits. Lobs that one in, stolen by McClure. Madison McClure pulls it up and then threw it backwards.
There'll be a travel beforehand, though.
Yep. So a travel before the over and back.
They might have had a chance.
Or you could call that an over and travel. Or a travel and back. I don't know. Emily Martin will check in. She'll replace Hodges. And now Krebs will bring it into McCleary. McCleary dribbling around. Going to go on McClure. Puts it up. Shot no good. Rebound Shipman down with it. Loops it up the court, trying to get it to Ford. Chenoweth takes it away. Drives in on Martin. Puts it up. Witt won't go. Rebound fought for. Who's got it? Kleinden's out of there with it to McCleary. She'll fake. Drive. Go up. And foul called. Well, that's one way to get yourself in the book. Melody Ford with the personal.
Well, you might as well.
It all counts. As McCleary free throw is up and good. 61-34. Ready to put the next one up and on the way. And no good. Rebound, though. Kleindens puts it up, puts it in, and good. So a threefer for the Spartans with 28 seconds left. As Eddie Stanberry with it, drives, goes to shoot. I lost it. And Krebs out of there with it. Krebs ahead of the pack, driving in on Martin. Throws it up, won't go. Rebound tipped. McCleary with it. She'll work it out of there. Goes to put it up, and we've got a foul underneath. Ford with her second. 12 seconds left to go here.
Team fifth.
That is the team fifth. So McCleary will be up at the free throw line. And McCleary trying to chip him more in. She's had a pretty good night. Shot on the way. It's good. So 61-37. We're ready for the second one. Up and on the way. It's good. 61-38 here. 12 seconds left to go in this one. As Shipman works it up here, looking to come. Outside, looking for McClure. Shipman drives in, shoots shot on the way, and drains it. And that's the way it'll end. 63-38. The score, the Cyclones knock off the Spartans of Bushnell-Prairie City in game 1 of 2, or game 1.5, I guess. And that will We'll get a quick add up on Kenny's statistics.
27 for Madeline Sullivan at the end of this one. 2 for Josie Hodges. 8 for Mason Shipman. 8 for Peyton McGrew. 11 for Olivia Barkley. And 8 for Kara Stevens. And for BPC, 9 for Kendall McCleary. 17 for Jules Krebs. 2 for Miley Chenoweth. And 8 for Justice Kleindenst.
And so they're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back with the JV side of things just a couple of moments. Of course, you have been listening to and viewing TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.